Hey guys, Mike here from Sell Your Service. So this is a bit of a weird video. Basically, there's a guy called Bill Stenzel on YouTube, and he commented on one of my videos and said, "Hey man, I really love your stuff." I was like, thanks very much. So I went over and checked his YouTube channel, and it turns out I've basically got a huge man crush on this guy, right? Bill talks a lot about passive income, predominantly around creating products and selling products online and making money. His thing is swim in wealth or swim in money, right? And we've kind of been going backwards and forwards. So I said, hey man, you've released this new course. He's released this new course. It's absolutely brilliant. It's like 297 bucks. It basically teaches you how to make money, like actually make money on selling online. Now, anyone who watches my stuff knows that I am hyper skeptical about this kind of shit. I don't do any of the kind of drop shipping scams or any of those kind of that kind of bullshit. But Bill has massively changed my perception on what's possible with Amazon. So I took the course, I bought it. This is not a like a you know a review, paid review or anything. And I said, look, man, I've got a bit of feedback about the course. And then the conversation turned into how he can scale out his course and scale out his business. He then subsequently taught me a lot about YouTube videos and shipping and selling products online on Amazon. So if you just want a really good insight into how proper online networking can help grow your business and the types of conversations you can be happening, watch this video. But also just listen to how Bill talks about money, products, shipping, Amazon, what's changing in the real world, what works, what doesn't. Very interesting interview. Let's jump straight into it. Authentic, raw, they love that kind of stuff. Um, so yeah,
Really? All right. Because I'm like, I look terrible. I
no,
gotta
you
go
look
put my
great. You look
makeup
good.
on.
You look good. So yeah, I've got a few things I wanted to feedback about the course, but I really wanted to
Yeah.
ask you like a few questions so that I could maybe tailor, because some of my points might not be pertinent. Um, and I only want to take like 15 minutes or so because I know you've got stuff to do. The overall point of the course, what are you hoping to achieve with that one? Because you also mention doing a larger course later down the line.
hmm So I ran into problems because I was taking my audience into Amazon FBA, which you're familiar with.
Yep. Well, I am now,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So, and basically it used to be back in the day, you could grab a product from Alibaba, slap a logo on it, ship, 1,000 to the Amazon marketplace, and voila, you get sales. It was really cool. But you needed that upfront capital. And so people were calling me using the Clarity.fm platform. And so then they're like, but I'm broke.
Hmm.
I'm just like, well, shoot, Uber around, do something. And so then I figured out, I'm like, well, hey, I do this and I'm making, really good money.
Yep.
I teach this to my high school kids and they're making like thousands of dollars a month.
Yep.
And I'm like, you just buy from Amazon and you resell on Amazon.
Yeah.
And so
Okay.
so then I was like, all right, so then what you're going to do is you're going to take that money that you make from Amazon or from that, and then we're going to, and I'm like, save it. You can't go spend it. Otherwise,
Yep.
it's not going to work. So I taught them to save it, and then we'd use that money to be able to do their first private label product. And then I'm like, hey, I need to, because people kept calling me, and it was like the same call, the same
Yep.
call, the same call, the same call, and I'm like, why don't I just record this,
Yep.
and here you can have it as a course.
Yep.
So that's how the course came about, and
Beautiful.
it's my first one. I don't know what I'm doing,
Yep.
but it's just honest. It's like, this is what I do.
Yep.
This is what no one knows about this too.
Yeah.
Like, this is a niche that, like this, everyone's like drop shipping and Amazon FBA. And because I do it, I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Because someone came onto my listing and I'm like, you can't be on my listing. They're like, sure I can. I'm within Amazon's terms of service. And so then I went down the rabbit hole and then I started looking at how much money they were making.
Yep.
And I'm like, wait a
Yeah.
minute. They're making more money than I am.
Yep.
So that's how the course came about.
Okay, perfect. So
And voila.
Yeah, and so and it is designed for beginners at that beginner stage to take them through making those initial sales, yeah?
Yeah, because to get someone to go directly into private label product is is daunting,
Mm,
and most people lose their money. I'd
yep.
probably if I had a I mean I did a video on it, and for some reason YouTube like demonetized it and stopped the view. I'm like,
Mm,
what?
mm,
I don't say anything. Like
yeah.
everything is just I don't use profanity. What did I use the word? I know there's some words that you can't use,
Mm,
and I'm like, did I say that word?
yeah.
But there's soft drink that you can't say. You could
Really?
say Pepsi, but yeah, you could say Pepsi, but you can't say that other one. So don't say it
That's
because if this
interesting.
goes up on YouTube,
Yeah.
yeah.
Huh. I didn't know that.
So, no, there's keywords that the algorithms pick up, and I got one. Oh my gosh, I did one where I held up chickens. If you just type in Bill Stenzel,
Mm,
and it's literally 30 seconds, and I'm just like, get me out of the studio, and I hold up two chickens, and they demonetized it. I'm like, all right,
yeah, I don't
so
like
fair
I don't
enough.
yeah, I don't understand their a lot of their policies around that. So okay, cool. All right. So first of all, like your energy, obviously, like your personality comes through really strong in the video. It's really interesting the shift from Bill to camera and then Bill on
Yes.
the screen. There's a bit of a shift there, which I thought was quite interesting as you were going through it, which I thought was outstanding.
Oh, off. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, because I'm not like, hey,
Yeah,
it's like now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
that was
right.
good.
Dude, I would just kill your ears. You're like, dude, I like, can you stop, please? That's actually, I get a lot of heat every day. They're like, bro, can you like bring it down a notch? I'm like,
No,
no.
definitely not. No, because
Right.
I even recorded a video a couple of days ago, and it was out in public, and it was on top of a mountain that I just climbed, and there was no one else around. And I set up the tripod, and of course, as soon as I start recording, one guy turns up at the top of this mountain and was staring at me the whole time. And you can literally visibly see in the video when I'm being watched because my energy drops because I become all self-conscious. But it's like 10x on the video. Like whatever you give, the
Oh,
audience will
yeah,
only receive like a tenth of that. So you have to be like borderline
yeah.
manic for the audience to pick up any kind of energy,
Well, if I show you, because I go back into my analytics to see like the, when people drop off,
Yeah,
and the minute you start slowing down, it's like, whew.
absolutely.
So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
constantly like, I'm
yeah,
like, look here, look over
yeah,
here. So
yeah.
they're just like, okay, okay. But it's interesting. All my stuff is scripted. So
Okay. Yep.
I take time and I
Yeah,
make sure, and I rarely get any comments about, you're all over the place and you
yeah,
said like a million times because I don't.
yep,
It's like, I know what I'm going to say. I want to bring as much value to my audience and not go off. And then editing videos can be just atrocious.
yeah.
So what I do is I have a clicker. You'll see me like in my hand a little
Ah,
clicker, and that yeah. So I'll hit it. I'll be like, all right, you guys. So we're going to talk about the 5 things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that we're going to talk about today, and we're starting right now. And then click,
yeah,
and then I get ready for my next one, and I'll like come in over here, and then I'll come into the
yeah,
camera, and then my next one I'll be like over
yeah.
here, and then I'll yeah,
That's really
and then I
interesting.
click it, and so when I'm editing it, I'll go through. I use Final Cut. I'm trying to move over to Adobe,
Yeah,
but I'll go through and I'll look at I'll watch it and I'll see, hey, like let's say my first sentence is like, hey guys. So I'll listen, I'll be like, hey guys, I go to the next one. Hey guys, I go to the next one. Hey guys, I go to the next one, and it's like, can you believe, I'm like, oh, so it's the one right before that that I
yeah,
need to
yeah, yeah,
use.
yeah,
Because it was like fail, 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 fail. This is the one.
yeah.
And so then I drag drop. Yeah. So
Ah,
that's how I do my video.
with the course then, I think the way you laid it out was great. Like the steps, the process. The one big thing that I think would tip your course over the edge would be to add some kind of worksheet or checklist, like a physical PDF,
I
something to download.
Okay, I just added that
Oh, maybe I'll go back in then and
last
have a look.
night.
No,
Yeah,
don't worry about this then.
I.
That's it.
Yeah, I have. If you go to it, I guess I could probably
I'll jump in.
share screen. All right, so we got copy, paste, profit, serious cash. Okay, so then I did this one for free.
Yep.
Jump in, and I scream at you in the camera, and then but then I go into it where it's like, okay, this is what this is how you make money.
Yeah.
Can you believe like these guys are making $10,000 a month
Yeah.
doing this?
I know. Yeah. It's insane.
I mean, it's you're buying stuff like literally. It's this easy. You buy stuff on Amazon, you resell it on Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ta-da!
Yeah. I know. It's
Also,
crazy.
I'm also going to add, which I left off. Okay, so you'll need this when you move into private label. Oh, okay, wait. Let's fix this stupid course. Um, okay, so on this, let's fix this stupid course. I think I give you a link where everyone can start adding on a Google Doc, like add the coupon websites out there. So that's like something that I need to fix.
Yeah.
And then when I'm done, I guess I could check mark it, like
That's
you
cool.
said. I don't know if I'm doing this right. So hopefully people will start saying, hey, do this, do that, do this, do that. Oh, by the way, you guys are on YouTube. If you walk by, just FYI. And then, if you move into private label,
Yeah.
that is the quick start guide.
Yep.
That's the PDF that they can download.
Great. That's
So,
awesome.
but I'm going to add another PDF on just like basically what this whole course is.
Yep. Yep.
As like a checklist, right? Is that kind of what you're saying? Like,
Yeah.
do this, do this.
Yeah, kind of like like a curriculum, Yeah, that would be the only kind of. So the way that we have structured courses, and we build like a lot of them now, and help sell them, and we found a process that works pretty well. Your bigger course, for example, if you wanted to like kind of blow this out, because the price point I think is perfect for that kind of introductory, low barrier to offer, and then you offer the larger in-depth course for the larger stuff.
That would be my Amazon FBA.
Okay.
The big, like, the private label.
Yep.
That's going to be that course is going to be huge.
Yeah.
I don't even want to do it.
Yeah.
Like I have it here, but I mean we're talking so much time, and I don't care about money.
Yeah.
So I don't. But I'm not going to offer something for free because then there's no value.
But
people
also
perceive it as that.
Yeah, and people, like most people, don't even get past the first 10% of a course when they buy it. So when you have to charge for it because no one completes it when it's free. They're just not. People constantly say they want free stuff, but they never do anything with it.
It's valuable too.
Man, so I've already your area is completely new to me. I was just like, look, I really like Bill's content, so I was like, I'll pick this up and I'll see. So this is a completely new area for me, as in buying and reselling products, but like courses and selling them we've been doing for a while. So I think it's really good. I really enjoyed it, and I think. Well, I think I'm going to send you over my course creation framework, and maybe it'll just help you because I know you teach, but maybe it'll just help you kind of put into a framework of like how do you create, because we have a worksheet for every single video, and even if it's like a really one-page nice and simple one, the way that people use it and go through that content, and you begin to build up a bit of a library of resources that you can come back to. There's a whole kind of process behind it, but I really enjoyed it. There was a couple of things like, I think having some way, I know that people can email you, but I don't know if on Teachable, if you can create like a comments section, if people have got questions.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's like, because I had one question. I was like, well, I want to email him, but wouldn't be able to solve the problem better of it, because then if the questions are all located in one area and then everyone's sharing those questions, that's pretty obvious.
Okay, so I'll add comments. I'll add comments, and then I also have that one thing, that Google Doc,
Mm.
where people can
Yeah, yeah,
do it that way.
yeah.
But bro, Mike, this is my very first.
No,
I
you've
have
nailed it.
never done this before.
Yeah,
I have no idea what I'm doing. I, like first time.
yeah. And no, I think you've done an
That was
outstanding job.
like
You wouldn't know that from the course content. You wouldn't know that at all. The way that you broke it down, I think you understood that. Yeah, beginner means beginner. You can't take any liberties with taking people through those steps and processes. I did it. I literally have like 2 products set behind me now that I've relisted now, so it even works in the UK. That's global. Um, so I think you've done an outstanding job. I think naturally, courses. I know you say that this is your area is actually you know selling and stuff, but I think courses would be an obvious thing. And if no one else is teaching this as well, um, you could
yeah,
really
no
quickly.
one is.
Yeah. I've never seen it. I know a
But
lot about the drop shipping side, but I've never seen this angle before.
no one makes money on dropship. That's such a
Yeah.
scam.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Yeah.
easy to it's it's easy to make a course on, and that's why I kind of called out.
Yeah.
We won't use any names,
Yeah.
but and everyone emails me, Boo, I've spent $2,000, I spent $3,000, and I haven't made a single sale. And they
Yeah.
say wait 6 months,
Yep.
and then they wait 6 months, and they're like, I haven't had a sale. And then with my course, literally within a week,
Yeah.
you're getting sales.
Yeah.
Like it's like you buy it, you sell it, boop, you double. You buy it for $1,
Mm.
you sell it. I mean, I have products that I've bought for $2 and sold for 110
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
day long, and I could create 10 accounts and do this, and you're within Amazon's terms of service
Hmm.
right now. But
Yeah.
if this ever changes, then when course and when people start doing it,
Yeah.
I think the window will close. So it's like, hey,
Yeah.
make the money now and run.
But that's the same with every industry. Traffic for me, like paid traffic, is where like a lot of my guys go and they go, I invest in all this traffic, I help my customers get traffic, and they're like, oh, but they're wasting tens of thousands of dollars. I don't get it. I'm like, well, it's because it's really easy to create a course on how to create Facebook ads, but I bet dollars to donuts that the guys who do that don't build Facebook ads properly. They're really good at selling their courses through Facebook ads. So they get caught up in basically buying this thing that doesn't really exist, and it does change and everything changes, but that's just part of running a business. I think you kind of got to roll with that. But I think you've done an outstanding job on the course, and
Yeah, and
I'm
I opened it up.
yeah.
Because I worked with a guy he just did an Amazon course,
Yep.
and we went to lunch,
Yep.
and he just launched it for $1,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and he thought that they would sign up for viral launch, and he'd make the money on the back end right there, and I'm just like,
Mm.
you offer no value. Like
Yeah.
it's the best course, but no value. Like people are like, yeah, it's $1, it's not worth it.
Yep.
But anyways, he said do a pre-launch.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right. So to weed out all the bugs.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I'm like, all right, I'll take 10 people, and boom, 10 people joined. Like
Hmm.
it was like the morning of.
Yeah.
And it was like, boom, there's 10, $2,500.
Yep.
Like what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, because he's making $5,000 a month selling this online arbitrage where you go around to like
Yeah.
Goodwills and garage sales and scan things. I used to do that like 10 years ago,
Yeah.
and I was making $100,000 a year doing that.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I make $5,000 a month. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So my mind now, I'm like, now I get it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah. No,
So
I can see what you do and this thing, because you've also now, that course is the book. Like, you get that transcribed, you head over to rev.com, that transcription there, that's your book, like your free giveaway, free plus shipping book, and the whole book acts as
okay,
like a
so I have to go to I have to go to where?
So
Okay, hold on. Go to where?
rev.com, REV, so Romeo Echo Victor
Yeah.
.com, and they'll take audio files and
So,
transcribe it for like $1 a minute. Um,
oh, I see
and
that. A
yeah,
dollar a minute.
yeah. So
Can I sell this to my? Can my audience do? Because they probably need people to do this, right?
oh, definitely, yeah, 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 absolutely.
Like I can be like, hey guys, you want to make an extra? You want to make $1 a minute? Sign up for Rev. Right? Don't they need people to transcribe?
That's a good question. I don't know actually. I guess they do. I honestly don't know. That's a really good point.
Do you see
Um,
how I think? I'm always
yeah,
like, wait, how can my audience
yeah.
make money?
Make some other money from this. That's good.
Okay.
So yeah, like, and that's like your
Okay. So,
free plus shipping offer.
so I'm going to turn this into a book, and it's included with the course.
Not necessarily, it can be, but what we did is we wrote up the book. It was the Funnel Builder's Bible, and I think the other one was just From Single to Scale, like my first book. And they get the copy, and I say, well, I'll give it to you for free. You just have to pay for shipping. And what that actually does is just pay for the initial cost of the printing, so I don't make any money on it. But it is essentially, they say, and I say, well, I'll give you the PDF right now, and you can read that right now. And what it actually is, because you're able to read the content, it's essentially a long form sales letter. And you say, look, if you liked this and you want to get more out of this and you want me to go into more depth, I've got the course available. It's at this link, and because they've spent that time consuming it, they're going to want that next stage. They're going to want the course.
So I should give away my course transcribed for free
Yeah,
as a book.
yeah.
So like a what's it called? Like a lead gen or
So
what do you guys call it?
that would be called some people call it a splinter product or a tripwire. It's basically a low barrier to entry product. The way that you'll see a lot of guys do this, they'll actually release it as a full book on Amazon for $9 or $12 or whatever. But because obviously they have the
Mm-hmm.
master PDF files, you say to your audience, well, I'll actually give you the book essentially for free, but for $7.99 for the cost of shipping. And you might have to work out like some of the shipping costs, and it might be cheaper to like order
Okay.
100 and get them, dispatched or whatever. Or just say, for the sake of $19 or whatever, give away the ebook. There's a few pricing models. What you're doing is getting them to spend money on you, with you. So they've got out their credit card now and they've spent money and they're like, oh, and bill's delivered. So they're now not a lead, they're a customer. But the
Okay.
book is essentially it's the guy who really came up with this was like Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich. His book was was really
Yeah.
just a long form sales letter for his home study course. And now it's obviously like the book itself
Huh.
is so famous. Originally it was like a basically a lead-in product for his home study courses. Yeah.
Huh.
So yeah,
Well,
that's what I would do.
that's what I'm going to do. What
Cool.
else do I need to do?
Man, I'm happy to talk you through this. Honestly, I just wanted to find out more about the course and where you are in your business, and because that to me is more constructive for when I give back feedback, because I really enjoyed it. I like the course, but I've got a few things I want to send over to you here. But I'd love to get on a call properly and just talk you through, where does the course go and what does Bill do with his YouTube channel over the next 6 to 12 months.
What? Yeah. What do you think on the pro? Because it's what at 297.
Yeah.
Um, I was I was told that is not a good number. It should be 197 and or 497. Never go or like 300, 500.
Yeah.
Don't go in there, because if it's 297, they would have paid five. If it's 300, they would have paid 500. If it's, are you hearing me on the?
Yeah, and to be honest, I think that price, when people boil it down to price and they say you should price it for that, you shouldn't price it for that, I think people are getting the wrong end of the stick. So my first book, From Single to Scale, I sold for $19, and I've just been told by the publisher that they're going to be selling it for $50. I'm like, okay, fine. So I obviously don't know what I'm doing there. I don't understand why, but they say it'll actually sell better for that. We have, like 3 little giveaways that are essentially just a series of pre-written emails that sell for $19, and that sells like crazy. And yet other stuff that I've thought was exactly the same, people haven't wanted to buy at all. And then on the top end, we've doubled the course of our price and our coaching from 97 to 197 a month, and the course was 497, and that's now 1497. So we added $1,000, and it hasn't affected the sales numbers at all. So when it comes to price, I don't think when people go, oh, it has to be 197 or 497 because they would have paid either way. I think that there are 101 things that will make someone buy or not buy beforehand. And sure, price is one of them. And if the world's greatest course salesperson says no, you absolutely should be selling this for 197, then go ahead and listen to them. But personally, I think there's other things that will have a bigger impact on selling the course other than the price.
Yeah.
It's
It's, yeah. Okay. I agree.
you know
But from your personal opinion, you think the 297 was
yeah,
the number?
yeah, I think it's fair. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. And because
Okay.
remember as well, the price is
Now, what do
not
I do at launch?
launch it for the full
Do I
price.
increase it? Do I just and then close it? I
It's interesting, because we've got a couple of customers and they do launches, and they'll launch 3 times a year and then close it. They're finding now that they really struggle to scale. They really struggle to scale that model. In my opinion, a launch model needs to have a like a community feedback process. So you would do so if money's no object and we had all the time in the world, you would release one module at a time after a bunch of people had bought. Let's say they all buy on January the 1st, you release one module at a time, and at the end of the module, you get everybody on a webinar and they all talk through like how they found it and their experience, and then you release the next module and so on and so forth. If you're going to be regularly launching a product, and this is just from our experience. We found that a lot of them are now moving back to an evergreen model because it's very hard to scale a launch system. It's a lot of work every time. The guys like Jeff Walker and stuff, they make it sound very easy to do launches repeatedly. I personally have found it very hard work, and a lot of my customers have found it to be hard work. If you have a community and you've got a really strong engaged community on your YouTube channel, there's no
yeah. Oh
reason
yeah, yeah, yeah.
why it can't be an evergreen product. And they go, because the lead in is essentially this: if you're serious about this content, if you're serious about my content on my channel, if you're serious about making money passively and moving into your own business and making money online, then you need this product. And that's essentially what you're trying to do, because the price alone should be to qualify out people who aren't serious. Because even if you just had
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like another, if you got 10 people who are already willing to test it, if you had another 10 people a month who are clearly serious about learning this stuff, that to me is 10 qualified leads of people who have got money who are willing to take it to the next level, rather than thinking, oh, it's just 10 customers. You've actually got 10 really well qualified customers. And in the course game, you then do your bigger course for 1497. You then have your coaching plan at you know $200 a month. You then have your live events, and you just scale up and up and up, and the price keeps going up, and you're just qualifying people more and more and more.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, because right now I'm at $5 a minute on my clarity calls
Hmm.
because I don't
Yeah.
want to take phone calls. Like unless you're gonna,
Yeah.
and you know,
Yeah.
like with you, you're providing me value. I'm providing you
Yeah.
value.
Yeah.
But when it's a phone call, then I'm just like a recorder saying the same thing that I always do. With you and I, we're going back and forth,
Yep.
and like, oh, go, transcribe this, and I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, there's a lot of money to be made over
Yeah.
here. So we're like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I enjoy this. This is, my life is limited, so I want to use my time very wisely.
Completely
Like
agree.
I told you, I'm I'm probably going to be on a plane soon.
It's awesome.
And it's like, I want to do what I don't need, I'm not going to have a Lambo. I'll never have a Lambo. And I would never use someone's course, like that they trust me with their money.
Yeah.
And I am going to go buy a Lamborghini with it.
Yeah.
Well, that's disrespectful.
Yep.
And I would never do that. Like
Yep.
these are people's like hard-earned sweat and tears.
Yeah.
Sorry, if my camera is shaking. And then I go and here, look at my $500,000 Lamborghini. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
No, man, and
That should be
You go.
That should be a giveaway to people. Like, hey, people.
Yeah.
If they have a Lamborghini behind them, they're taking your hard money and using like.
No, I totally agree, and I think the reason, to go off track a little bit, that I've found success with teaching and courses and content through my community, and my community is like micro compared to yours, is because it's clear that every dollar that comes in basically goes back into the business to be able to provide something better the next time. Like I've tried to make it as apparent as possible that other than, paying the bills and putting food on the table, a huge amount of it goes back into, and I'm like, okay, well now we've got a full-time support team. So you guys can email and do questions at any time, and now you're definitely going to have someone take care of, because that eats into your price as well. People forget courses, and you've talked about this before. Courses, there's no such thing as passive income, and courses certainly aren't. If just 10% of your delegates need some kind of support, that's a 2-hour a day job, and that eats into profits real quick.
I just don't want to. I'd rather be, on a beach or because I've just been blessed financially as a teacher in Los Angeles, and I dig it. I teach business. I teach this. I'm like, hey guys, and it's like I do it because I love it, and then I go and I'm like, hey kids, let's start a YouTube channel, and now this is generating $5,000 a month.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What?
Yeah.
I was at the YouTube conference and I was talking to people, and most YouTubers, they don't know how to make money. No. They just know how to stick a camera, and they're like, hey guys, so I'm here at Disneyland, whatever. And they don't know, I just got a check from YouTube for $600 for their AdSense.
Yeah.
But that's not where the money's at.
No.
God, these guys have they have so many subscribers. They make us.
Instagram
I'm like, you have 1 million subscribers?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Instagram, the amount of influencers who we have as customers, and they've got 200,000 followers, and they're like, yeah, I barely make $2,000 a month. I'm like, there is something drastically wrong with your monetization process. And, if I had 200,000 goddamn subscribers, so yeah, it's the same. And this is the thing, they're great at creating content but not turning it into money, which is why, again, I've argued that having your sales process down is more important. Man, I'm gonna let you go because I said this would be 15 minutes, so I apologize. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'm gonna send you over a couple of things that I think should just help out with the course. But I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
like I said,
send me everything. You gave me money. Let me bless you, man.
I'll help out. But yeah,
that's awesome.
I've listed this thing today. So when it sells, here we go. I'll ask you this: when it sells, I send it, or
when what sells?
So if I've bought a bunch of backpacks.
Oh yeah.
I did the thing exactly on the course, and I was like, no goddamn way can I get it for that much? And sure enough, it did. It came through, and I was like, this is I've got this spare change lying around to be able to buy this $50, $60 bag, and I've relisted them exactly as the way that you sent out. So I guess when they sell, or do I send them to Amazon the warehouse beforehand?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, put them in a box. Throw them all in a box.
Yeah.
Send them to Amazon, so Amazon does all the work.
I like this a lot. See, I want to train my VA to do this. I want to train my VA to spend 15 minutes a day searching for products, $50 budget, buy a bunch of stuff, send it over to the warehouse. I like it a lot.
Wait till the sales come in.
Yeah, that's what.
What? Watch when you get your first sale.
Yeah.
That's yeah. Oh, you're like, this really works.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, that
Bill
was
was
it.
right.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, there's just so much scam on YouTube, and
yeah.
it's like, wait, like I now
This
have
one
five
works.
thousand dollars in my. Just know it takes a couple weeks for
Absolutely.
the money and
Yeah,
the
of course.
like. People are like, wait, I want my money right now. You said no.
But that's
Yeah, if this stuff gets out, that's why I'm like low key, like.
no. See, yeah, and I understand why. Again, I'll let you go, but just really think about if you can be the guy that teaches people this and you're first. Imagine not being able to be touched. They go like, oh yeah, if you want to flip products on Amazon or whatever you want to call it, Bill Stenzel's the guy to go to. No one can usurp you from that. No one can usurp you from that. So yeah, but anyway, like I said, I'm going to let you go. But this has been awesome. Hopefully we can do it
All right,
again
man.
sometime. Yeah, so like I said, bit of a weird. We weren't planning on making an interview basically, but he said, look, go ahead and record it anyway, edit it up. So Bill, if you're watching, thank you so much for your time. Go ahead. I'm going to link obviously to Bill's course. In fact, I'll try and put a box here. I'll also link to Bill's sorry, not only Bill's YouTube channel, but also his course down below. I absolutely love talking to Bill. I love his content. Go ahead and subscribe to his stuff because I think he's absolutely outstanding. Very, very interesting guy, and I can't wait to see, the conversations that we have in the future. In the meantime, guys, thank you very much for your time. If you're new to the channel, hi there. My name is Mike. I publish new content every day. If you're a funnel builder, I'm the guy who's going to help you reach your maximum income potential. Consider subscribing. Really helps me out if you give me a like and a share as well. And I'll see you on the next video. Keep building those funnels.